It does work. Hey, everybody. Technical difficulties. About a minute late. Sorry. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm like, I couldn't hear DJ. And then I'm like, wait, I hear him somewhere far away. And then I realized it was these things. So, anyway, hi, everyone. Welcome to Mental Health Matters. And why are we here? And why are we crooked? Well, because the camera wasn't working. So I couldn't see what you all saw. All right. So, why are we here? Mental Health Matters. Because two out of every three gun deaths that we hear about are suicides. So, if we want to make an actual help and help prevent death by gun, then we need to work on the biggest problem, which is that suicide prevention piece and the mental health. So, with that, tonight is about what's it about? It's about self-care. I'm like, DJ and I both came up with ideas for this week, and I put it up, and then I listened to his idea. So the good news is we have ideas for this week and for next week. So that's sort of the bonus for this. We are going to get up there, get the next week's up at the end of tonight. So it will all be good. But tonight, self-care. What is that? Well, it could be lots of things. And when things are going crazy, when things are hard, when we're stressed, we are not that resourceful. We can get there, but it takes work and it takes practice. So, I was yeah, I'm a little behind, but I was gonna bring up a picture for y'all because last week, well, a week ago, I think those of you who were here last week, I just got back from Vegas and taking care of my husband and myself and just some adult time. Yes, our kids are 19 and 20, but as I think most of you guys know, um, I'm currently taking care of my mom with her dementia, and that's a lot. And so it's one of these things where um, self care is so you can do all of the things that you need to do. And I think sometimes we make it way too complex because, like I said, I just got back from getting to hang out with my husband, no kids, no dog, no mom. And not that I don't love my mom, but it was just the two of us, and it was very lovely. And my husband's like, "You're a totally different person." And I'm like, "Well, I don't have to do anything when I am on vacation." And so, where is it? Yes, ready? Let's see if I can get this to come up so y'all can see it. Um, but it's just like I had a lovely time at the pool. And where is it? Share screen. Ready? Window? Yes. Screen? No. Entire screen? I don't know. This may not work, my friends, just because. Oh, wait, if I make this two things. See, this is the other thing about self care, technical difficulties, all of those things. Uh, that's just not going to work. All right. So, anyway, you guys get the idea. Oh, wait, no, it will work. Maybe, maybe not. All right. I'll try it. Ready? Maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. Ta-da! There's my feet. Maybe I can't see what you're seeing. So there's my feet at the pool, looking at the MGM Grand, which is where we were staying. Palm trees, all of that. So this was spectacular self care for me. And now I'm gonna remove that because you don't need to see 5 million green yards. There we go. Ta-da! I'm gonna get this eventually. Really, I am. So I think that's the problem, though, is that big picture of me by the pool is what we think of as self care. That vacation time, that, ooh, I'm away from everything and that sort of thing. But let's be real. The last time my husband and I went away, just the two of us, was to run an errand to get the 50 caliber from New Hampshire all set up for my trip to go see Jamie and the boys to uh, to be able to go away to Tennessee. And then that was me and Max who got to go to Tennessee. And so often I think we think of like vacation as that self-care or something along those lines. But here's what I'm here to tell you all tonight. Don't make it that big. Don't make it that difficult. Make it simple and easy for you. I see that Taryn is out there, and I'm going to pick on her just because she said, ooh la la. I'm assuming because I did make it work, even if I couldn't see that it actually worked. so, um, so someone like Taryn, she and I have this conversation. And if you check out her Facebook page, she does videos all the time. And I'm just not on Facebook anymore because my mom takes all my time. So, but I know she's got the videos up there where it's just like people look at that picture of sitting there by the pool and think, oh, aren't they lucky? Oh, must be nice. You know that sometimes that is what is how people kind of see that sort of thing. And the reality of it is like that's a form of self-care without a doubt. Probably one of the best is to just remove yourself from all the stressors in your life. But most of us don't have time for that. And some of us don't have the resources to be able to do that either. And so it's just like self-care needs to be that daily little thing that, believe it or not, here's one of those things that drive me crazy when people are like, oh, self-care is brushing your teeth. Or when people say, oh, it's as easy as brushing your teeth. I promise you, there are those of us who have never had the habit of brushing our teeth every single day. Yes, I'm admitting that I have not ever been that person who brushes my teeth in the morning and night. Wasn't a skill I was taught as a kid. And it's harder to learn it when you're an adult because us adults, we're hard to train. We're trainable, but it's hard to train us. So self-care is something as simple as brushing your teeth and realizing that because you're taking the time, even though it's something you probably do every day, I don't do it every day. It's something that's important because you're taking care of yourself. And so, but people think it's so mundane, brushing teeth. How is that a big deal? And it's like, but it is a big deal. Getting dressed in the morning, or more importantly, the girl that I talked about last week that I met while we're at the nail salon, and she was just saying, dress for joy. Like tonight, I have my little sundress on with my lemons, and they just make me so happy. And I'm laughing because they look a little bit like my curtains back there. So I like that floral thing. But like she's talking about dress to make you happy. I put a necklace on tonight. I've got earrings on underneath here, but this is so I can hear DJ when he announces y'all shortly. And so here we go. Brushing your teeth, self-care. Dressing in a way that makes you happy, self-care. Going to the salon, ladies, going to the salon, nails done, that sort of thing. Gentlemen, going to the barber, getting that fresh haircut. I know my son just went and got a beard trim and a haircut. You could tell he was happier just for doing that thing. So the self-care conversation is simply this. Remembering that stuff you do for you that makes you feel better is the self-care. It does not have to be something extravagant and crazy. I know one of the things I've told DJ a long time ago is that when my nails are done, I am happier. Well, I can't get my nails done anymore because they're very cranky and all the stuff just falls off. So I've given up on that, but they're still taken care of. And now my self-care is to take some collagen and see if I can get these bad boys to grow, because that would be cool. And DJ's got some starred stuff over here, so I'm going to check on that. Ready? So Chasing Ghosts is going on vacation over the 4th. I'm assuming you mean over the 4th of July. And don't know what we're doing, and a beach may be involved. Don't know. Well, if you don't know and somebody else is taking care of it, yay, good for you, Tara, because those are the best vacations. And actually, our family summer vacation is my husband takes care of it. He takes care of where we stay, what the dates are, all of that. It's like the one thing I know nothing about. I just get to show up. So that is totally awesome. You don't know what you're doing, whether or not there is or isn't going to be a beach. G23, you guys got married on the 4th? That's exciting. Um, and isn't like America having their 250th birthday or something as well? So, very exciting. And actually, yes, I was torn between the sundress or one of my patriotic shirts for today because everyone keeps talking about the 250th birthday and that kind of stuff. Um, oh, yes. And then Miss Taryn, this is the kind of stuff that she puts in her videos where it's just like she talks about, and if you guys haven't seen it, you can go back and watch the video that Taryn and I did an interview 2 months ago, I think, give or take. So prep the batter for Sunday breakfast for tomorrow so that tonight I can take a shower in the morning before church. And that will be the self-care. So it's like one of the things Taryn talks about when we did our thing, as well as in her videos and stuff on Facebook, is that I'm doing stuff right now that is giving me the gift of time later. And one of the things we talked about was that when she gets a bag of onions, that she'll just chop up the entire bag of onions. Because now, when she's cooking, she can just go take a bag or a container of chopped onions from the freezer and put it into whatever that she needs. Because I don't know about y'all, but diced onions go in so many things. And at the time, taking the time to dice an entire bag of onions or slice them, I don't know which way, I forget. But the idea is right now, doing that stuff makes it so you're giving that gift of time to your later person. So she's got a full-time job. She comes home from that. She's cooking. But the prep is always the key. Our self-care comes from making sure we got toothpaste and a toothbrush, making sure we've got the moisturizer for our face. If you're like me, I need moisturizer on my face. And so it can be so many little things. It doesn't have to be something huge like going on vacation. And it's just like finding those day-to-day things. Speaking of day-to-day things and little things that can make you happy, if y'all just go, hey, from time to time, Mario is here. And it's just fun because here's a guy, veteran, who has his own channel and talks about mental health for veterans specifically because, everybody's got their thing. But when he shows up, everyone goes, hey, because that's what we do here. So with that, Mr. DJ, would you play me a song? No, actually, just kidding. Would you go ahead and do the intros to everybody who's in the room?
Yeah, absolutely. First in the room this evening was the Krabby Turtle. Good to see him out there pulling the first place. Chasing Ghost was next, and Mike Ballinger is also in the room. So is Chris Bulldog. Taryn Gomez is in the house. Let's see, G23 reviews. Don't think we're going to run an hour, bud, but catch it while you can. Garage Guy 879 is out there. Rockin' Abigail Sorsha Finnegan is here. So is Mario. Hey, Viejo 2A, 2 Live Moo, and Hillbilly Up, the last one in the room as I saw it. That's your roll call.
Very nice. Very nice. I appreciate that I can hear you.
Glad you got your ears on. You want to come back on screen? There you are.
Yes. Yes, sir. All right. So self-care. For me, if I think of you for self-care, you know what my first thought is?
Probably music.
No, it's not Dr. Yeah, I'm like, it's not Dr. Pepper. It's not smoking.
Those are both in my left hand right now, actually simultaneously. So I'll take a drink while you go ahead.
Sorry. But for you, I think the fact that you've got your guitar and you can pick up your guitar and start playing. And like
also,
to me, that's also
nearby.
what?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like if I think DJ self-care, something that's simple and easy that you have easy access to. All right, this is going to drive me absolutely nuts. I have to stand up straight now, so it starts falling off.
Skinny straps.
I know. So it's just like your guitar is right there. And then the next thing of self-care that takes time and effort, though, but is concerts for you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, and like I said, Dr. Pepper, as far as I know.
Always. Don't leave the house without at least one. If it's going to be like more than a 15-minute trip, it's going to be 3. And if it's
Yeah.
going to be somewhere out of town or more than a couple of hours, it's a cooler, a soft side
Gotcha.
cooler. It'll hold
Mhm.
12 if you jam them in there tight, but
Yeah. And having our, and I mean, and it's crazy, but it's just like remembering everything you do for yourself is that little bit and just acknowledging it. So,
yeah, it's
what
a
else you got?
comfort.
Because, yeah,
Absolutely.
what else? Because those are just the ones that I think of. It's like when you think of stuff for you, what else is there?
Well, as I've gained some age, it's become these three things: napping, reading, and treating. So
Okay.
I'm not a dessert person, historically never have been, but that's sort of what the last one is about. So, it might be like a chocolate malt, and that might be once every 4 or 5 months, but I know it's coming at some point. And I tend to anchor those treat things into the future so that I have, it's not exactly goal kind of things, but it is more about the aesthetic value of being able to put off that sort of satisfaction, because it's the kind of thing where I was raised that that's a splurge. Like if you're getting
Yeah.
a candy bar, that's a splurge. If you're getting an ice cream, that's a splurge. If you're ordering dessert at a meal, what is this, your birthday? Kind of
Yeah.
thing. So that, because I didn't have it, maybe the privation of that when I was growing up is one of the reasons that I'll seek it occasionally now. And I got to say, I have a soft spot for like toffee. So
Okay.
it's definitely not for kids, just for kids, or not for kids, whatever the ad campaign was. Moo will remember. I think we talked about that once before. The reading portion
Gotcha.
is kind of like one of the slowdowns.
Hmm.
It's because I have to spend more time than it takes just
Right.
to listen to something that I'm thinking
Right.
beyond the words that I'm reading. And then I'm also being really selective about
Hmm.
what it is that I read. And it's often not a full length book. It's
Yeah.
usually actually poetry. I'll go out and it's like, okay, I'm going to grab 3 poems by this person. And so then that gives me
Yeah.
further reason to have a little contemplative time. And
Gotcha.
napping, well, that's pretty self explanatory. And recharging the batteries as far as self care, getting good rest is really important. And if you can afford them, take the opportunity to pull those naps in once in a while too. There's like nothing better than popping up after an afternoon nap and feeling like, yeah, I got this till way past midnight now. Yeah, I dig it. Wanted to let you know that
Gotcha.
Edward Smith 2460 is in the room.
Okie dokies. So yeah. And I mean, and like I said, all right. Oh, so in the chat, I should have asked this like before we started all of this, before we did the roll call. You guys, give me the stuff that you do that is your self care. I know right now, to Live Move put in I'm banking vacation days to make up for time off for my total knee replacement, which is totally self care because I may or may not be that far behind you, Moo. Maybe we can coordinate so that we're bored together on the keyboard while we're rehabbing. Uh, but anywho, yeah, doing the things you need to do and taking care of yourself, going to the doctor, getting stuff checked out, all of those things are important. So, what do you think, DJ? What else is simple little things, right? Like brushing teeth truly is. Brushing your hair truly is. Like everyone's like, oh, but I just did it every day. That's not a big deal. I'm like, but it is because there's people who are suffering from depression and anxiety, and it's like they can't even get themselves dressed, much less putting on. For you, I'm going to go with your favorite concert shirt. Does what makes you
Usually,
feel
yeah.
snazzy,
Yeah.
right? What makes you happy?
Well, one of the things that is something that I wear every day, and it's never removed from my wrist, is a bracelet that you gave me. And
Aw,
it does each time. I cannot help but think Brooke. And I also think of an island in the sun. And I think of, this might be cheesy, but I think of you smiling, which is easy because, see, you're doing it right there. So
well,
the ever present
it's better.
smile, the ever present smile is contained in these beads, which are clear.
Yeah,
I can't show everybody right now, but
yeah,
I see straight through to my skin. And there's something about the clarity of them, the fact that they are clear as well, that I, I I find simple joy in it. So that's something that is always going to be with me, along with the diet doctor and the smokes, right? Kind of thing.
gotcha, gotcha.
Um,
And the thing that we do, or you talk about at the end, is like, if you don't see a smile, be a smile. And
Yeah,
as much as it's like when you see someone and you smile at them, it's like it's okay if they don't smile back. But you just doing that is self care because it kind of just is.
no doubt.
Um, oh, wait, sorry, hold on, wait, I'm gonna go up one. Taryn would like a change, an icon change for DJ, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
That
Let's
was
see.
leftover. That wasn't intentional. It's like, is this one more familiar? Or actually, like,
Yeah.
probably we'll go with the. No, wait, hold on a second. Let's.
Hold on. Hold on.
There we are. That's the sweet spot.
That's your favorite one.
One of them.
All right. So Abigail's saying a sativa gummy scented candles, my favorite playlist, and a bubble bath would be the perfect self care right now. Awesome. And it's so funny because I was actually I have wait, will this actually show without blowing everything out? Not really. But like up here, there's candle over on the other side, more candles. So yes, I was actually thinking about how just lighting a candle, that's one of my things too. It's just, and oh, your olfactory, whoof, this is attached to so many of your memories. And so it's like, depending on your age, uh, there may be a certain patchouli smell that makes you think of certain things, but all the neuroscience around the smells, right? It's just like if you're going to sell your house, they're always like bake bread in your house before there's a showing, and it will help get you faster. Um, Now, Chasing Ghosts, Tara, similar to you, DJ, in that her playing is self care for her. Annoying her wife, well, that may not be the best self care for her, but yeah, it's so funny. I have my guitar right over there, and DJ tries to encourage me to actually pick it up more often, and it is something
Hmm.
that I would like to do. And I think as I get my mom a little more taken care of, and that's one of my big things right now, is my mom is my number one priority when it comes to time. And it shows, which is why I'm not on Facebook to see Taryn's lovely, cute videos and all the stuff that her kids make because they just do.
Brooke, I got a
Uh,
question. Did either of your kids play an instrument growing up?
so Maxwell did something for a very short amount of time. I
Right on.
think
Because
it
what
was
I was going to
trumpet,
say, based on
trumpet,
what it trumpet, right
and
on. Okay,
then
it's coming back to memory.
piano. Yeah, so
Okay.
piano was both of them, but it was just one of those light up pianos, so he could just learn to follow along. He never actually had official lessons. And then for my daughter, she did saxophone and piano, and what's the little guitar thingy? Ukulele.
Ukulele. Well,
So,
I was thinking of what Tara had said out there, and the mention of the wife.
mm,
And it's instruments and children in particular can be one of those things where you really don't want to hear the squawk on the saxophone. You really don't want to
yeah,
hear the bleat from the clarinet. You don't want to hear the drums at any point during any time of day, sort of thing. But I know this about most people: they're looking for those improvements, and if they don't hear something, they realize it's gone. It's
yeah,
like, oh, they didn't practice today, sort of thing. And it's like, ooh, do I tell them to do it? But they really deep down do want them to pursue it, sort of thing.
yeah.
And
Well, it
within the
was. I
years,
wished.
you wish, and within the
I
years
no,
that it
no,
might
I
take,
wish that my mom made me do it because I think it would have been cool to be able to actually play an instrument. But at the same time, I didn't have the. It's you pick your battles is what it ends up being.
no
it's,
doubt,
it's like it's definitely the pick your battles thing. So I know I
you
just took
brought
it
up
back.
Edward Smith's comment, but there
I
you
know.
go.
So different forms in calming the current storm versus addressing the root of the storm. And we've talked about this. I've talked about this in the past before. Is like this past week was very challenging because we were all set to get mom into assisted care. And at the last minute, it didn't happen. And a whole bunch of stuff did not occur. And so that was my storm this week was, okay, this thing I've been working on for almost 3 months now, right, right, right at the finish line. And then poof, it disappears. Um, and so that was the storm that I had to calm. And the way I calm my storms is I go out and do things for other people because I can do something little and nice for somebody else. And that makes me feel better when I am ready to lose my stuff. And so the guards at my daughter's school got bouquets of flowers. My girlfriend, who makes me look a slacker with how much time she spends taking care of her mom, got fresh corn on the cob. My assistant, who is gluten free, got Rice Krispie treats because I know that she can have that. And my husband got a new car. So that's what I did this week to calm my storm. And so, yeah, but addressing the roots, taking care of yourself on a daily basis, definitely the best. So, yeah, he got an early Father's Day present, is what happened with Sean. But, anywho, all right. DJ also put up viejos. It used to be motorcycle touring. Nowadays, find hand loading, experimental ammo, cathartic, and mind clearing. Now, viejo, I just want to say, when it was over there and it was really little, I looked at it real quick and I said, nowadays I find handbags experimental. It's what I read the first time. So, yeah, it is very so for those of you who don't know anything about hand loading, um, you're creating ammunition, and it is a very precise thing because you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Because let's say you're dealing with like explosives and stuff for real in small amounts. Grains is what they're measured in. So, and this is a thing that I also love about shooting in general. It's like when you pick up that handgun, it is the only thing that you can pay attention to, or at least it should be. So it should have that sort of calming effect because there's one thing you can pay attention to, and that's where is this pointed and where is this finger? And I don't know. I just love it for that. So yeah, shooting is definitely one of those things. And my assistant Kina, when I was in Vegas and she was taking care of my mom for me, her grandma died. And then my mom's stuff got all messed up. So I'm like, Kina had never been shooting. So on Saturday, I went shooting with Kina so she could get to shoot for the first time. And I haven't shot in like forever. So it was nice to finally get caught up. So there we have it. I think, did I catch up on all the stars? Although my computer seems to be frozen a little. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. So, Chasing Ghost, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't been to her channel, a lot of it is bike riding. And I love going to her channel because I get to bike ride along with her without needing to have a bike. Because I'm a dirt biker. Because my belief is if I run into a tree or a rock, 100% my fault. If a rock or tree runs into me, that didn't happen. But on the real road where she rides all the time, whew, destination anywhere. We'll find out when I get there. Well, I understand. And that's just it. Bikes are so freeing if you're brave enough to actually get on the open road with them. And walk outside with shoes on in the garden in the morning. Oh, without shoes. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, do you like getting your shoes dirty? No. So walk outside without shoes on in the garden in the morning, sometimes before the kids are up, but often with Asher because my 5 years old is up for snuggles at 5:15. Yeah, right now the birds are up at 4:30. And on the plus side, it's been warm enough around here that the windows are closed because we have AC on. But when the birds wake up at 4:30, that's when I'm getting there. And connecting to the earth barefoot is another one of those amazing things that so many people just take for granted. But we used to do it all the time. We didn't have anything as far as we didn't have shoes on all the time. and we were out working with the earth all of the time. And being in nature, 1000%, what another self care thing of like, when's the last time I laid down on the dirt or the grass or climbed a tree or any of those things where you actually physically are connecting with nature? That is a no cost self care thing that has been proven scientifically over and over and over again. And it's just one of those things. So we got lots of self care, simple self care. Um, and and then there's special brownies. I don't know. I missed the other part of this conversation, but I know Guns and Barbecue it is always one for interesting conversation. Yeah. So loss of focus when equals loss. Well, you may not lose a limb. Yeah, you just you might put a hole in it. So uh, I don't know what the gorilla is, but I'm assuming it's a cruising bike. Oh, Tara did have a tree jump in front of her once. It was not good. That was, yeah, but um, the anti-lyrics because trees are the enemy. Yeah, so, oh gosh, how many years ago was that now, hon? That's at least 3 years ago, I think. So, all joking aside, it's like, yeah, Chasing Ghosts got into a really bad accident and was laid up for quite some time. And we can joke about it now because she's all rehabbed and everything and nobody died. So we love that. Um, so anyway, all right, Mr. DJ. I have just gone on and on and on and on with self care because it's super important, especially when you're stressed. Um, Anything else? Did I hit all the stars? Did you have other stuff you wanted to add? Do we want to give them a teaser of what next week is going to be?
You got all of the star comments. So
Okay.
rock. And
Yay.
next week, yeah, five senses are going to be part of the discussion. We've all got them, or most of us still have them, and that's what we'll be talking about. Like to encourage everybody to bring a friend next week. Thanks for showing up tonight. It was a pleasure to have a full house, and looking forward to next week in particular. So everybody out there tonight was, let's see, Krabby Turtle.
All right. Hold on.
Chasing.
Hold on. We're not going to give them more of a teaser of next week.
I thought that was enough. I
Add
mean, you
more?
mentioned it near the top of the show. I'm mentioning it at the bottom
All
of the
right.
show. I don't
All right.
know.
So next
Leave
week,
something to the imagination.
your favorite sense of the five, whether it's, we talked about the smell of candles, what do you see, taste, feel, all of those things here. All right. Sorry. I'll let you go now. Go ahead. I'll stop interrupting.
Oh, no, you're good. I was given the final roll call. And in the room tonight, we had Krabby Turtle, Chasing Ghost, Mike Ballinger, Chris Bulldog, Taryn Gomez, G23 Reviews, Garage Guy, 879, Rock, Abigail Source Finnegan was in the room. So was Mario. Viejo 2A, hey fella. 2 Live, Hillbilly Up was in the room. Edward Smith, Guns and Barbecue, the last one that I saw, the newest of the crew. Thanks for coming in and adding extra humor to our evening. Until we see everybody else again, hey, everybody be safe. Take care of yourself. Say it every week. Take care of yourself. Self-care. And rock. We're out of here.